So many people think once you land in a Muslim country, the hard part is over. But beyond the beautiful masajid, cheap food, and peaceful lifestyle, there's a hidden nightmare waiting for you that nobody talks about. So what happens when you get caught up with the law in a land where you don't even know the language? In this video, I'm going to tell you the true story of how one simple misunderstanding almost got a Muslim sister and her entire family deported. I also want to show with one simple conversation, we're able to fix it by the permission of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Before we get too deep into the story, when you move abroad, you need to try to secure a strong income. For those of you that are new to the channel, we recommend Muslim Certified as a real remote work option. They train you in a skill called appointment setting. It's a high value remote skill where you can earn in dollars from anywhere in the world with just an internet connection and a computer. Check the link in the description to learn more, inshallah. So recently, I received a frantic WhatsApp message from a sister. Her and her husband were doing pretty well with their local business in Egypt, mashallah. But then they made a massive mistake. They had to make a transaction involving a large sum of money, and a corrupt local family promised them some discounts if they moved the money through them. The transaction went wrong. An altercation occurred, and it even turned into a light shoving match. The sister decided to contact the police. This caused that corrupt family to panic and beg her to change her mind. But when the sister and her husband went to the police station to cancel the report, the trap snapped shut. They found themselves sitting in a room with plainclothes men, interrogating them, asking them, why are you here in Egypt? Who is your sheikh? Who you studying with? They were held overnight without any clue as to what was happening. Finally, the man in charge told the officers that they only had 2 weeks to leave Egypt. So 1 minute, the sister was enjoying her new life in a Muslim country, and the next minute, she was being deported. This is the exact reality of what happens when you step into a foreign system without understanding the rules of the game. You can't afford to learn these lessons through trial and error. This is why we created the Hijra Plan from A to Z. We give you the exact blueprint to navigating foreign bureaucracy, help with securing your official residency, and legally protecting your family so you can, inshallah, never find yourself sitting in an interrogation room and possibly facing deportation, inshallah. You can learn more about the Hijra Plan by going to hijraplan.com. Now getting back to the story, the sister texted, completely distraught. Once she gave me all the context, the real problem became clear. I told her not to panic because the local police officer actually didn't have the power to deport anybody. In Egypt, immigration has to make that decision, not the local police. She told me that this corrupt family claimed to have big government connections. I explained to her that the police officers were likely connected to this corrupt family, and they were just trying to scare her because he knew she was completely ignorant of the Egyptian legal system. I gave her my lawyer's number, and the very same day, the attorney went down to the police station, asked a couple of questions, and completely cleared things up. The threat of deportation was gone. Everything was fixed because he knew the official procedures. There are 2 big lessons here. The first lesson is never deal with locals under the table with large sums of money when there's a clear official route in place. In many cases, the system is not like the States. You can't assume you have the same due process or rights. Things are always done differently and normally according to their culture. Second, this entire nightmare proves the ultimate power of having someone who has preceded you in making hijrah. You can refer back to them and have a guide that saves you from having to spend years learning the nuances of government bureaucracy and social norms the hard way. If you're planning to move, or if you are already on the ground and running into governmental walls, don't try to fight the system alone. Consider booking a consultation call. We can look at your specific situation, give you the unwritten rules of the region, and connect you with the right people to help keep your family safe, inshallah. For more information, go to consultation.makehijra.com. Even though foreign countries can sometimes feel like the wild, wild west, there are actually procedures for doing things. People can't just kick you out without due process. If you know how to fight back, then that will help you feel more secure and safe. Do your research, secure your income, and get a solid plan. And make sure you have the right advisors in your corner before you make a fatal mistake. To hear my story on how I survived the Middle Eastern jail, check out this video right here. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy for those who have made hijrah for the sake of their religion and to save themselves and their family from the hellfire. Allahumma ameen. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.